Hello mystery lovers. In today's video we'll dive into 3 of the most chilling and unsolved mysteries in history. We'll begin with the terrifying story of Bella, whose remains were discovered inside a witch elm in Hagley Wood. Next we'll uncover the eerie details behind the Dyatlov Pass Incident, where 9 experienced hikers met their untimely and baffling deaths. And finally, we'll explore the tragic and shocking events surrounding the mysterious death of Jonathan Luna. These stories will make you question reality and take you on a spine-chilling journey through the unknown. If you enjoy mysterious tales like these, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now get ready as we unravel the secrets hidden within these unsolved cases. Let's begin. Jonathan Luna was born on October 21, 1965 in New York. The son of a Filipino father and an African-American mother, Luna spent his childhood in the Patterson Housing Project near Yankee Stadium in New York City. He was the first in his family to attend college, graduating from Fordham University with top honors in law. He later continued his education at the University of North Carolina School of Law, where he roomed with Reggie Shefford, who would go on to become the executive director of the Pennsylvania Civil Liberties Union. In the 1990s, Luna worked at the law firm Arnold & Porter in Washington, D.C., as well as the Federal Trade Commission. He later served as a prosecutor in Brooklyn, New York. After moving to Baltimore, Maryland, he became an assistant U.S. attorney, gaining a reputation as a prosecutor dedicated to combating violent crimes. On August 29, 1993, Luna married Angela Hopkins, an obstetrician, and the couple had 2 children. From the outside, their life appeared happy and fulfilling. However, a tragic event on the morning of December 4, 2003, marked Luna's name in history as one of the most mysterious cases ever recorded. That morning, Luna left his home and headed to his office, where he was working on a case involving 2 individuals charged with drug trafficking and murder. Luna worked late and around 9 p.m., called a colleague to say he was about to head home. However, according to office records, Luna left closer to midnight, leaving behind even his glasses, which he needed for proper vision. CCTV footage and credit card transactions showed Luna traveling across states, including Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Around 1 a.m. he withdrew $200 from an ATM in Delaware. He then continued through New Jersey and Pennsylvania, making another withdrawal from an ATM in Pennsylvania. Strangely, starting from Delaware, he opted to purchase manual toll tickets instead of using his Easy Pass. At approximately 5:30 a.m. in the Denver area of Pennsylvania, a well operator noticed a car parked behind the main building near the wells. The car had bloodstains on the door and front fender, with a pool of blood visible on the back seat. Inside the vehicle, blood-stained cash was scattered. Police arrived after being alerted and discovered Luna's lifeless body in a nearby creek bed. His body bore over 30 stab wounds, including cuts to his throat and genital area. However, the cause of death was determined to be drowning. Luna had drowned after falling into the creek. Investigations revealed that most of Luna's stab wounds were inflicted while he was seated in the back of his car. Blood and unidentified fingerprints were found at the scene, along with evidence suggesting a struggle, indicating that Luna was not alone. Initially, Luna's death was clearly deemed a homicide. However, an FBI agent allegedly instructed the medical examiner to alter the autopsy report and classify the death as a suicide. This decision contradicted the fact that some of the injuries on Luna's back were in places he could not have reached himself. Various rumors about Luna's death began circulating in the media. Some claimed he was involved in embezzling $36,000. An anonymous tipster to the Baltimore Sun alleged that Luna had been threatened and forced to commit suicide. However, no concrete evidence supported these claims. There were also allegations that Luna had been investigating a crime syndicate connected to high-ranking federal officials. This raised the possibility that Luna had been targeted for this reason. The FBI agent's attempt to classify an apparent murder as a suicide further fueled this theory. Unfortunately, the death of Jonathan Luna remains an unsolved case. Both the complexities surrounding the case and the sensitive issues Luna had dealt with during his career continue to obscure the truth behind this tragic event. On January 27, 1959, 9 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked on an expedition to the Ural Mountains. The trek was organized to celebrate the 21st Congress of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. The group, certified as Level 2 hikers, had substantial experience in ski tours. However, on the night of February 1st to 2nd, A horrific and mysterious event led to the death of the entire group. The group's leader, Igor Dyatlov, had informed the hiking club president that he would notify them upon their return. According to their plan, they were expected back by February 12th. Dyatlov had also mentioned that slight delays should not cause concern. However, when there was no news of the group by February 20th, their families demanded the formation of search and rescue teams. On February 26th, search teams discovered the first trace of the group, their tent on the eastern slope of Mount Kalatsiakal in the eastern Ural Mountains. Kalatsiakal means dead mountain in the local Mansi language, an ominous name eerily fitting for the tragedy. The tent was heavily damaged and appeared to have been cut open from the inside. The group's belongings, including their shoes, had been left behind. Tracks in the snow revealed 9 sets of footprints leading away from the tent. The footprints suggested that the group had fled barefoot or wearing only socks in the deep snow. Following the tracks, searchers found the first 2 bodies about 1.5 kilometers away in a forested area. The bodies were lying under a pine tree, dressed only in underwear. The tree's branches were broken up to a height of 5 meters, indicating that one of them might have attempted to climb it. Between the forest and the tent, 3 more bodies were discovered. They were lying as if they had been trying to return to the tent. The remaining 4 bodies were found about 2 months later, buried under 4 meters of snow in a ravine. The condition of these 4 bodies was even more baffling. 1 had suffered severe head trauma, 2 had chest fractures comparable to injuries sustained in a car crash, 1 was missing a tongue. Additionally, some of their clothing showed high levels of radiation. After the incident, Soviet authorities tried to attribute the deaths to an avalanche. However, many findings contradicted this theory. There were no signs of an avalanche or related damage. The slope and terrain of the area made an avalanche highly unlikely. The position and condition of the bodies were inconsistent with an avalanche scenario. Other theories emerged to explain the tragedy. It was suggested that the local Mansi people had attacked the group. However, no signs of a struggle were found on the bodies, and this theory was quickly dismissed. Another theory proposed that one of the group members went mad and attacked the others. But there was no evidence to support this claim either. The theory that gained the most traction was that the incident was the result of a Soviet military experiment. Eyewitnesses reported seeing orange orbs in the sky, and the presence of radiation supported this idea. Additionally, pilots and meteorological officers reported strange lights in the sky around the same time. The Dyatlov Pass incident has raised countless questions over the years. The Russian government kept the investigation classified for decades. In 2019, a new investigation was launched, which again concluded that an avalanche was responsible. However, many experts and the public remain unconvinced. The true events behind the tragedy remain shrouded in mystery, making the Dyatlov Pass incident one of modern history's most chilling and unresolved enigmas. On April 18, 1943, in Hagley Wood, Worcestershire, England, 4 young boys were playing in the forest. At the time, climbing trees to collect bird eggs was a popular pastime. One of the boys, Robert Farmer, climbed a large witch elm tree and noticed that the inside of the trunk was hollow. Out of curiosity, he peered inside and was horrified by what he saw: a human skull. Terrified, Robert climbed down and told his friends what he had found. Fearing punishment for trespassing on Hagley Wood, which was part of Lord Cobham's estate, the boys decided to keep the discovery a secret. However, that night one of the boys, Thomas Willett, had disturbing nightmares. In his dreams, a woman trapped inside the tree screamed for help. The next morning, unable to bear the guilt, Thomas confessed everything to his family. The police were alerted and arrived at the site the following day. Inside the tree, they discovered the skeleton of a woman. The skull was nearly intact, with its dental structure preserved. Alongside the remains, a gold wedding ring and fragments of clothing were found. Nearby, a hand bone was unearthed, buried in the soil. Forensic analysis revealed that the woman had died from asphyxiation, likely by strangulation. A piece of taffeta fabric found in her mouth suggested that she had been gagged. Her death was estimated to have occurred around October 1941. Despite dental examinations and reviews of hundreds of missing person reports, the woman's identity could not be determined. The public became captivated by the eerie story. In 1944, graffiti appeared on the Hagley obelisk near the crime scene reading, "Who put Bella in the Witch Elm?" Several theories emerged about Bella's death. It was suggested that Bella might have been a prostitute from Birmingham who resembled a woman reported missing. Jack Mossop, a patient at Stafford Mental Hospital, allegedly confessed to his wife that he and an accomplice had placed a woman in the tree. Archaeologist Margaret Murray proposed a theory involving a hand of glory ritual. According to ancient European folklore, a severed hand and a candle made from human fat were used as magical objects in such rituals. Despite the many theories, the identity of Bella and the circumstances surrounding her death remain unsolved. The mysterious death in the Witch Elm is still remembered as one of history's most chilling and perplexing unsolved cases.